Impressive firepower over the Korean peninsula. American B-1 Lancer bombers, combining Mach speed with a heavy payload, fly alongside South Korean and U.S. fighter jets. A show of force to counter North Korea's recent successful test firing of an intercontinental ballistic missile. But tonight, it appears Kim Jong-un is undaunted, with nothing standing in the way of his nuclear and missile buildup. At the G20 summit, just days after that missile launch, this was about the strongest statement any leader uttered about North Korea.
Problem that something has to be done about.
At this gathering of the world's most powerful leaders, no statement from the larger group condemning North Korea's missile launch. An administration official says a U.S. attempt at that type of statement failed. There were no announced punishments or a plan of action, an opportunity missed to pressure the young dictator.
Well, it would have been good to see a united international community taking a strong stand against what North Korea is doing in perfecting its missile and nuclear programs. And we didn't really hear that. And that sends a message, perhaps, to North Korea that the international community is not as united as it should be in dealing with this problem.
At the summit, President Trump thanked Chinese President Xi Jinping for working with him to address North Korea. But analysts say to expect China to really pressure Kim to dial back his missiles is a pipe dream.
There's no way in God's green earth that the Chinese were going to do anything on North Korea at the G20. And the reasons are very clear. The Chinese are basically scared of the North Koreans. If that country were to ever collapse, if they were ever to push too hard, the Chinese would be the ones who'd be holding the bag. They'd have millions of refugees that would be streaming across their border.
And America's last line of defense may not be causing Kim much concern. Critics say the THAAD missile defense battery being tested and the long-range missile interceptors tested in recent weeks are improving, but not enough.
Despite an investment of over $40 billion in this system, it has at best a limited capability to defend against a very small number of unsophisticated ICBM missiles.
Imperfect American missile defenses, no tangible action from the world's top leaders. Tonight sending a dangerous signal to a dangerous man. If you're Kim Jong-un coming out of G20, what are you thinking?
Well, if I'm Kim Jong-un, I'm thinking keep testing missiles. I'm going to think maybe it's time, if I have a hydrogen bomb, maybe it's time to test that.
Now, the White House is pushing back tonight on the idea that they did nothing to pressure North Korea at the G20 summit. An administration official told me the Trump team tried to get language into the final communique at the summit condemning North Korea, calling attention to the threat and urging more joint action against North Korea. But the official says China and Russia refused to sign on to that communique. Wolf.
Interesting. Brian, U.S. officials, they're still scrambling right now to learn more about that last North Korean missile launch that occurred on, what, July 4th?
That's right, Wolf. Two U.S. defense officials telling our Barbara Starr there's an intense analysis of that missile test going on right now. U.S. intelligence is trying to assess to what extent did any parts of that missile re-enter the atmosphere intact. It's not clear right now whether the North Koreans can have that front stage of the missile, which could carry that warhead, successfully re-enter the atmosphere without burning up and steer to a particular target. They are getting there, though. They could be close.